Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joining you once again live here on BodySlam.net on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. We got a special interview for you today. You may know him from his AEW exploits, doing the most out there, but we're going to talk about Terminus. All roads lead here. And your boy, right here, right now on the podcast, Mr. Baron Black. What is up, my friend?
What is going on, my brother? I just want to say one thing. I am now taking the title of Emperor of AEW Dark.
The Emperor of AEW. You know what? We're going to get that up there, man. The Emperor of AEW.
The Emperor of AEW Dark and AEW Dark Elevation. Also competitor at Terminus.
So we got royalty on the show today. Man, fuck
True.
All that
True
head
facts,
of the table. Facts. Fuck all that head of the table Roman Reigns shit. I'm gonna support my tribal chief right here, the Emperor. Fuck it. All right, man. So look, Terminus, man. What made you and Jon Gresham get together and put together this amazing show?
Well, it was really a thing that me and John really talked about doing for a while. And just to give a little quick backstory, a lot of people don't know me and Gresham. We came up together, trained together in wrestling. We both trained in Atlanta, coming up together. Our first, I think our first 7 years together, training together. So he started training before me, but when I came to a facility called WA4 in Atlanta back in 2009, he was already there. So from that time till today, we've pretty much been training together all the time up until, he had to move and he pursued ROH and he got signed to ROH. That's probably when we wasn't really training together much. So that's like the last 3 years, but pretty much most of our careers have been training together. So we became really close, really best friends. And one thing we always talked about jokingly was one day we're going to run a show and we're going to run it here in our hometown of Atlanta. And it's going to be the shit. So,
man, it is.
We joked about that for so long, and then opportunity, arised, and he brought it up again. He's like, "So, are we still going to do this show we have talked about for years?" I was like, man. "Yeah, I guess we can. Can we?" And some phone calls were made, and some papers were signed, and then next thing you know, we had a venue and we had a plan, and now we're here. Terminus is coming January 16th, 2022 from the Kroc Center in downtown Atlanta.
That's right. The Kroc Center, 6 p.m. bell time, ladies and gentlemen. Look, if you want to get tickets, go to terminustickets.com right now. Get your tickets. Look, I got to tell you, bro, when I saw the card, I saw a lot of people that I know, and those people that I know are lit. Okay. I'm just going to talk about it right now. We got Jon Gresham in a pure wrestling match for the ROH World Championship against Josh Alexander. I know Josh Alexander personally. Josh is a good dude. Josh is a beast. He is a workhorse. Man, that is going to be, and Jon Gresham is considered one of the very best technical pure wrestlers. I mean, you got guys like Bryan Danielson calling him out. I had an interview the other day with MLW Openweight champion Alex Kane, the suplex assassin. He wants a piece of Jon Gresham. So, I mean, you got guys like out there like, bro, let me get some of that. What do you think about that?
I think all that is very accurate. If you ask me, he is one of the best wrestlers in the world, hands down. There's no discussion. He is the current holder of the original Ring of Honor World Championship. And as you can see, one of the other best wrestlers in the world / best wrestlers of the last decade, Bryan Danielson, wants to wrestle him. So I think we all universally agree that that's one badass man is Jon Gresham.
I'm gonna say, man, I've watched him over years. I've been on indie shows with him and just sat back and watched him do his fucking beast mode, man. Like there's nothing that he can't do. The WWE is all about oh, well, we need guys that are 6'5" and 320 pounds, but none of those guys can do what 5'8" Gresham can do. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And let's talk about something that was a little confusing to me. But now that I got the royalty on the show, now that I got the legit head of the table right here on the show, the Emperor himself, ROH World Championship, Bandido versus Baron Black. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, well, yes. Let's talk about that. What exactly do you want to know about
I'll
that
tell you,
particular matchup?
That promo you sent me was super fire. Like I had to retweet that like real quick. Man. So I mean, so if you win this ROH World Championship from Bandido, can we possibly see a unification match between you and Gresham?
I don't know. I have not thought that far. All I know is that, like I was saying in the package, an opportunity presented itself that I don't think nobody really realized. I looked at that opportunity and I decided to seize it. And yes, Bandido will be defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against myself. And I thought about what actually happens if I'm successful in taking that title from him. I don't know the answer to that yet.
Hey, man. Look,
I have no answers for that yet.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
That's the exciting part. To even compete for a world championship, something I have never done in my career so far, my 11-year career, is something nothing short of amazing. Because I never thought I would get to that point. But trust me, you are going to see the best version, the most aggressive version, the most beast mode, lethal version of Baron Black you will ever see, because it's something hanging in the balance that I want.
I was going to say this, man. Look, I have been a wrestler for 29 years. I've traveled all over the world. I've competed for many, as you can see in my trophy case, I've competed and won many championships. But the day that I got to wrestle Tim Storm for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship changed me.
Mm-hmm.
It made me more focused and more dedicated and more savage, so to speak. So I'm going to tell you, this Ring of Honor World Championship match that you're wrestling is probably going to be the biggest, brightest, star-making performance you'll ever make in the history of professional wrestling in your career. And I'm going to play devil's advocate right here, because that's how we get down on the show. We like to get down to the dirty.
Okay.
You win this Ring of Honor World Championship, it's going to be like brother versus brother, best friend versus best friend, beast mode versus beast mode, savage versus emperor. I'm saying, man, you and Gresham. I'm looking at Terminus too. I'm already booking the main event for the second show. That's, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. That's going to be the main event of the second show, Terminus. Right now, you got Baron Black, the Emperor, Mr. AW Dynamite. I mean, it's Mr. AW Dark and AW Dark Elevation himself versus the Ring of Honor World Champion, Mr. Pure Wrestling himself, Jonathan Gresham. Unification match. I'm calling it right now. Take that shit to Vegas.
Well, look, I mean, all that sounds like a great fairy tale story ending of something that would be great.
Long-term booking.
Because like, hey, everybody says, what's that cliche that goes? Best friends do it best, or something like that.
Yes, there it is.
Lines, but I have to face Bandido first. Bandido is nothing to slack with.
Yeah, I can't look past Bandido, man. That
can't look past that. Trust me, that's in the back of my head. Something that would be pretty much a dream that I thought would never happen. You know what I mean? Like, but hey, I got a task in front of me first. And as one of the best luchadors in the world, in Bandido, who is the current holder of the Ring of Honor World Championship. So I'm not looking past that. I got my Bill Belichick mindset on right now. We on the Bandido. That's what we on right now.
Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this eliminator match. Okay, you got JDX. You got one of the very best pure wrestlers I've ever seen, Daniel Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
You got your boy Cash, and I believe Cash is a Northwest guy.
Yes, he is. He He did Defy and Prestige.
Yeah, he was up here at Defy, and he actually worked for me once or twice actually.
Okay, cool.
And Adam Priest.
Yes.
This 4-way lit. Who do you think in this 4-way is going to be the winner?
Oh man, I can't predict anything. Like it's like I can't predict the outcome of my match, but I just know what I'm gonna bring to my match. All I know is Adam Priest is a very underrated Southern gem that will be uncovered this year. Trust me, and people will know about him. JDX is also another one who's originally from Chicago in the Midwest area, who recently relocated to Atlanta, and he gives me a very good hybrid style future star of wrestling feel. Mm-hmm. And of course, Invictus Cash, very, very, very highly skilled technical wrestler that is also under the radar, who also made a few appearances on AEW Dark as well. And he's due for a breakout performance. So you got 3 very hungry guys. 3 guys that are definitely have the skills in the ring. 3 guys who want to make their name, and they're in there with Red Death, Daniel Garcia. So that is a recipe for a banger.
I like how you said there are 3 guys, and then there's Red Death. Hey man, I gotta say, Garcia, man. We did our year in review breakout. Our voting for top 10 wrestlers in the world. I listed Daniel Garcia as the breakout star of 2021. That guy is so good.
Yeah.
To be so young, he is so good, man. I mean, like, oh man, I want to see him versus Hook. Fuck it. Everybody's talking about Hook this, Hook that. I want to see Garcia and Hook. Let's do that. Man. Oh, man. But this Terminus flyer looks beast, man. I mean, you got a lot of superstars on this flyer, man. Lee Moriarty is right there. I mean, look at this, man. Okay, and speaking of that, this tag team match you got Joe Keys, Dante, Tracy Williams. Tracy Williams is off the chain, man. And your boy Fred, he's. Whew. Can you tell me who put these matches together? Because they need WWE need their help, bro. I'm just gonna say, every match, every match graphic I look at on this site, I have that Batista meme in the back of my head. Give them what they want. Give me what I want.
Give me what I want. Yeah,
this is it, man.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be a very intriguing matchup because Joe Keys and Dante have formed a tag team recently in the last year and a half or so, in Ring of Honor, and they have been seeing some success as a tag team in Ring of Honor over the last couple of years. So a lot of people probably not familiar with them as a tag team, but a lot of people are kind of familiar with Tracy Williams and Fred Yehi as a tag team, as they were Catch Point at one point in time and involved. So it's going to be really interesting because obviously Tracy and Yehi had 2 different career paths, and now they're coming back together as sort of like a Catch Point reunion as a team versus an upcoming team. So it's a really good, intriguing matchup between 4 very talented individuals. That's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top. Will it be the reunited team after years apart, or will it be the upstart team coming together?
I will tell you this. I've teamed up with people like myself and Black G's. We're a team. We cannot see each other for 4 or 5, 6 months and then get back together, and it's like peanut butter and jelly all over again. So I mean, you got to look at this team, man. You got Tracy and Fred who were a team once before, and it's like riding a bike, man. Once you get back on that bike, it's all cake. You got Cabello and Keys, like those guys. They formed a team and they had some success, but nothing said success like longevity, and longevity being Tracy Williams and Fred Yehi. I mean I'm looking for them to win. That's my take on it. Experience over.
I'm looking forward to see who will come out on top of that.
It's gonna be pretty good. Speaking of coming out on top, man, look. I'm a wrestling purist, man. I love a good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I love the techniques. I love the technical styles. I love how styles mesh, and I love how styles not mesh. Lee Moriarty and fucking Jay
Mm-hmm.
Lethal. Man, let's talk about that. That's man. Once
Yeah.
again, you got the experience of Lethal. You got Lee Moriarty, who is making such huge strides over the last couple of years. I mean, this kid, bro, the way he took CM Punk to the limits, man. Let's talk about that. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's what I like to call one of those um generation of the past and the present versus the generation of the future. You know what I mean? Like Jay Lethal been around for a long time. In my opinion, Jay Lethal is one of the GOATs of wrestling. That's just my opinion. I think he's just that good. I think the stuff he has done throughout his career and his resume add up to him being that. And he is just phenomenal in the ring.
Best kept secrets.
and nothing made me more happier than seeing him become all elite this year. So now the whole world will understand how phenomenal he is. Somebody that definitely was somewhat of an inspiration to me when I first started wrestling, seeing the success he got, seeing how the way he wrestled. And then you have Lee Moriarty, who's like this technical Tiger style guy.
Tiger style. Throwing on his Twitter handle right there. Little Tiger style on Twitter.
That Tiger style, the style he brings. And he's very technically sound, and he's very athletic. He's sneaky athletic. It's like people don't realize how athletic he can be because of the style he does, but he sneaks it in there, boy. He surprises you with it. So, and he has shown he can hang with the best of them. So I definitely am ready to see this. Like I'm not missing this for nothing. Not for nothing. I don't care what I have to do on show day. I'm gonna pause it so I can see this match.
You're like, yeah, I got work to do, but I'm gonna stop real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this in its entirety because,
I mean, this is what I'm saying. Some of the matches that you guys have on the show, like, are dream matches, and not so much dream matches, but like history-making dream matches. You know, let's say Lee Moriarty does defeat Jay Lethal. Can you imagine the praise he's gonna get? Can you imagine the looks? Like, wow, he really is the it factor right now. He really does have it. Like, he's the shit.
Yeah,
you know? Like that's some shit right there.
Yeah, a lot of the matchups on this card, we can definitely tell now are kind of like first time matchups. So it really is creating that big wow factor for our inaugural show. And either way, I mean, either way the match goes, I think people will be satisfied with what they see. So as a wrestler and a wrestling fan, I'm definitely excited to see that.
Well, there's a match that I'm really excited to see, and that's because I've kind of known this chick since day one. I remember when she was 16 years old in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah.
We're talking about Jordan Grace, the Impact Digital Media Champion.
Yeah.
And she is facing Kiera Hogan. Now, Kiera Hogan, fuck yes. She has it, bro. Like, she literally has it. But you know, you got her against Jordan Grace, man. This is going to be what is what I'm looking for here? Intensity certified, because you got power and speed. You got power and speed with Grace. You got the technique. You know, for someone like who is somewhat small like Kiera Hogan, she is so deceptively strong.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a good match in itself. What do you think about this?
I think this is probably going to be one of the harder hitting matches. That's one thing about Kiera Hogan that I think people overlook a little bit. She kind of hits kind of hard.
Yeah.
And she's got deceptive speed too. So that's going to be interesting. And also Jordan Grace, we know she's a powerhouse. She knows how to powerhouse, but she also got some technical skills
Mhm.
about her as well. So, yeah, this is another match where you like, hey, styles make fights. This is one of the lines for Terminus, and this is definitely going to be one of them. This is
I
going to be
like
styles
that.
that make this fight.
The
So,
styles make the fights. I like that, man. I just can't get enough of this show, man. I'm telling you. And this is a big time feel. This is a big time fight right here.
yeah.
Impact Wrestling's Moose versus New Japan's Alex Coughlin. Jesus Christ. Can you throw two dudes together just beat the hell out of each other? I mean, y'all talk about look, your tagline is all roads lead here, where styles make fights. You just threw two dudes in there just gonna beat the hell out of each other.
Well,
like let's just throw these dudes in there so they can beat the hell out of each other. Let's just see. Alex is gonna choke this guy out. He's gonna tie this guy up. Moose is just gonna toss him around like a salad at Olive Garden.
that's the thing about these two. It's like they, even though they have two very different size difference, they both kind of have two similar styles to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Alex is so deceptively strong. Like he will deadlift and power anybody. You know what I mean? And of course, Moose brings that ability too. But Alex is also very technically sound with his power.
Exactly.
And Moose, he has a lot of agility and he has a little bit of high flying characteristics in it, as we had seen.
Yes.
So the thing is, like, even though on the first glance you like it's a power versus power, but you got to think about them secondary attributes that they have with Moose with his flying ability and his agility, and Coughlin with his technical ability. So it's like it's definitely going to be something interesting to see. If Coughlin can deadlift Moose, I will lose my mind. So,
man, I'm putting money on it right now. And then let's round it out. Liza Hall, one of the amazing Canadian Hall sisters, her and Bambi, taking on good friend Janai Kai. Now this right here is a very, very different style. But I can see that this is going to be a good one too, because Janai Kai is making strides everywhere, man. And Liza Hall, she's like a legit vet, bro. She's done it all. So this is going to be another one of those barn burner matches. Man, you guys put together an amazing card.
Appreciate
I'm super hyped right now. Like I'm about to go buy me. I mean, legit, I can get a ticket to Atlanta right now.
Yeah, you should have been did that. What you been waiting on? Like
I'm just saying, man.
some of your bodyslam.net, friends already, they're already coming to attend. So
I know I've already been hit up. Cass is like, bro, I'm going. I'm like, look, man. I gotta be in Texas that weekend, but if I wasn't in Texas that weekend, trust and believe, my ass would be on the plane going to hot Atlanta, because this is gonna be a hot ass time in the city, ladies and gentlemen. January 16th at the Kroc Center, 6 p.m. bell time. Man, y'all need to get y'all tickets. Terminus.com, man. Go get your tickets right now at terminustickets.com. Man,
definitely. I'm looking forward to that match as well. I wasn't too familiar with Hall. As I see, she only really worked Northwest American territories, and she's from Canada. Yeah. So she's about to be exposed to the whole world. I actually got to watch some of her matches because Jon Gresham was actually the one that introduced me to her initially.
Well, she does stuff in Japan too. So I mean, you gotta her and her sister Bambi are so good.
Yeah. Like, so, but I was like, when I seen it, I was like, well, wait a minute, where's she been hiding at? Like, what is going on here? Like, I was like, yeah, but a lot of people, most of wrestling fans in America don't know of her, but they're gonna learn.
They're gonna learn today.
They're gonna learn it, and of course, everybody knows about Janai Kai, the kick demon. That's gonna be, boy, them two styles coming together. That's gonna be something crazy.
Well, man, look, let the fans know where they can find the Emperor at, man. Let the fans know Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Tinder. I don't care. Let them know where they can find the boy, find you at, and how they can follow you.
Yeah, well, y'all can follow me on on the Twitter. You know what I'm saying? The Twitter handle is the Emperor. You know, TheEmpBruh. You know what I mean? And same thing on IG. Baron Black on Facebook. Even though I already reached my friend limit, but I probably not go to Facebook.
I slid up in there. Your friends limit got cut off.
Probably not go to Facebook then. But yeah, y'all can follow me on that. And make sure y'all get y'all tickets for Terminus, man. We still got a lot of announcements to make when it pertains to Terminus. It's not done.
You want to drop a little nugget right here for us?
Not done. There's more announcements to be made.
You want to drop a little nugget for us right here on the show? Give us a little exclusive.
There's no point in dropping no nuggets. Just watch the Terminus account on Twitter.
Look at this guy
at Terminus Pro on Twitter. Watch the account. That's where the news will be coming from. If you haven't, you might want to think about getting that ticket and coming down to Hot Atlanta, because we about to make this city hot again for wrestling. That's exactly what we're about to do. And you might come because I'm going to do everything in my power to win my first world championship. So it's more than enough reason.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a wrestling fan, and I mean a legit wrestling fan, like not one of those, I'm talking about professional wrestling, not sports entertainment. If you're a professional wrestling fan, get your ass down to Hot Atlanta. I'm telling you, it is going to be a hot time in the city. This has been your boy, the franchise. That has been the real legit head of the table right there, the Emperor of AEW Dark Elevation, Mr. Baron Black. Thank you very much for joining us, brother. And we look forward to getting more of this hot news from the most hottest new promotion out, Terminus Pro.
And if you didn't
know, you better call somebody.
Yeah.